This is how I made these molded 3D palm tree sunset nails. I always score the back of my nails first, unless it's a transparent nail polish. Let's do a base coat. Grab a sponge and remove any hairs off of it with a piece of tape. Now I'm going to use a neutral color from my padding gels. I'm going to grab something kind of in the middle. I think this purple color might look good. And we're going to use this as the base of our sunset. Without curing, I'm gonna go in with a really light yellow after that to get that ombre effect a little bit easier. And I will jump in with a little bit of orange as well. And we can build that up as we go. Cure in between layers for over 30 seconds because when you're building up your colors, adding more colors can kind of pick up the old uncured colors, so just be sure to cure all the way in between the layers. Gonna add a sun. Added some clouds. It took a little bit of experimenting between these padding gels and nail polish to get a thick enough consistency to make clouds with this specific brush. There's probably a lot of ways you can do it. This just works for me. Let's attempt to add a palm tree. Okay, that looks more balanced. I'm going to go ahead and cure that. While that's curing, I'm going to go ahead and mix up this sculpting gel because I don't really like using it for sculpting. I like it for molds. And I'm going to mix it with a neutral-ish color so it's easy to paint onto. All right, I'm gonna fill this molds with this mixture that I made. I'm going to grab this flower on the end. Seems like it would fit the best for the placement that I want on this nail. And I'm actually gonna stretch this out and fill all the little cracks and crevices. You gotta look back and forth while you do it. And you can see the empty spots when you look at it from the other side. So you want to keep going and filling it more until every crack is full. Okay, this looks clean on both sides. However it looks in there is how it's going to look on your nail. So you do want to make it as perfect as possible. Now I'm going to put it directly onto this nail. And I'm gonna hold it really tight I'm just gonna start this now because I'm not gonna have a free hand in a second. But I'm gonna put my flower directly onto my nail. And press it flat. Oh, that's okay. I probably need a better light for this, but I definitely don't want to start this nail over, so you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's gonna start to harden. When you pull it off, it should come off really easily. All right, we cured that for a while. Let's do a little reveal. Okay. And we have a flower. Oh, so cute! Came out perfect too. I'm gonna go in and start to paint this, add some details. I actually don't hate the color that it is, so I might just add some little accents onto this. So I tried painting in some details in the flower, but I don't really like how that looks. So I'm gonna take a tiny bit of purple on a sponge and start to just shade it with that sponge. Yeah, I think that's gonna look a little bit better. I'm trying to keep it towards the center so it has a bit of a gradient. Get off that excess. Really blending that out throughout the flower. Okay, now we're getting kind of the texture I want. Okay. I added one more layer of color onto that flower, and now I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of top coat right here in the center, and I'm gonna add some gold beads. I'm gonna fully top coat the whole nail now. If I would have done a more contrasting color palette, I probably would be doing a matte coat, but I think for this color palette, it just needs to be shiny and glossy. And those gems already technically have extra layers of top coat, so they should be in there pretty tightly.